Hey, man, what's going on? Listen, glad you're here. We could be on our mind map video number 6 of kind of the series of how you can close more deals creatively in real estate, and also how you can help more people. All right, that's the key. The more people you help, the more money you make. Does it make sense? Right? It's not about you just making all this money all the time. No, there's people out there, they don't know what to do, they need help. And so that's what this series of mind map uh, education is for, specifically showing you that you don't have to just offer a one size fits all solution for everybody, because especially in a hot market, it doesn't always work. Okay, depending where you are, oftentimes it won't work at all. People just owe too much. You have plenty of competition. Everyone's offering the same thing on a house. I got 20 offers for 270. I'm sick of it. I want 350. It's right. Then what? How are you going to compete with that? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's get into the mind map number 6. Okay, so this is what we're doing. Again, we are about solving problems. So this is the mind map here. Put my glasses back on. So here's your seller, and you're always going to offer price or terms, period. Okay, that's how it is. Okay, and if you're not used to doing that, you need to get used to just saying that. Mr. Seller, I offer cash or terms, price or terms. Okay, I mean, wake up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror, whatever you got to do, and say it, so it just comes naturally to you. Okay, what do you mean by terms? Well, we're going to talk about that right now. So just kind of a recap. We our price is going to be a cash offer, and there's a cash discount offer. That's typically what a real estate wholesale transaction would be, and we've already been through all that. If you haven't seen that video, you really need to go through it. What you need to look for at a cash discount. The second awesome strategy is for a cash offer. If you could potentially get equity in splitting the lot through an administrative lot split, here's the lot split here. You can see that. Okay. That's you can pick up an additional $50,000 to $100,000 or more. Okay, depending on what market you're in. Okay, and then the third one is how look at, just spend a little bit of time, look at the legal descriptions, and are there multiple parcel numbers with the deed? If so, you could potentially have multiple building permits with the project. Okay, so if you haven't watched that video, and that's number 5, rewatch that, take notes. And again, if you have any questions of this, let me know, and I'll walk you through it. Okay. So now we've tried the price thing. And the price is always got to be, we can close quick, but it's going to be at a discount. Okay. And if we do some of these things, lot splits or lot line adjustments, that kind of thing, we can pay more for a house because we have more equity we can create. Okay. Anyway, you get that. So here, the person wants all the money. Seller's trying to sell his house or his lot for $300,000. Okay, and that's full market value. So now what? Okay, well, I mean, you could certainly get an agent, involved, but a lot of people don't want to work with a real estate agent. Okay, so now what? This is the thing. So you're gonna have essentially 3 different options. If it's for a house, an actual building. You want to talk about buying it with a terms deal. What I mean by another term you might heard of, owner financing. Okay, it's owner financing is simply just a big umbrella term of making payments to the seller or the seller's lender. Okay, in case it's subject to, over a set amount of time. So a couple of options. There's just a lot more to this than that, but this is one I like is a lease option. Okay, what's a lease option? So this is how it works. Okay, you tell the seller's trying to sell his house for $300,000, and you want to know why. Again, the whole thing in this whole business is being a problem solver. And being a problem solver presupposes what? That you know what the problem is in the first place, right? If you don't know what the guy's problem is, well, you can't solve it, can you? Think about that, okay? If all you have is just some number, that's not necessarily solving his problems, okay? So why are you selling? George's wife is out of COVID, say, kids and grandkids in Miami. He's lonely. You've been lonely. I have too. You've had the very loved ones. So have I. We're humans. It's a horrible thing. but it's reality, right? So you want to help George not be lonely anymore and be able to get to Miami, be close to Julie and his daughter Julie and the grandkids, right? Follow me? Tracking me? Okay. So his house is worth $300,000, okay, and he owes $298. Well, there's no equity there. Now what? Don't worry, you're going to solve George's problem and make money. So you say, look, George, listen, I got a solution for you. You have a really nice house. I care about you, and I really want to help you get to Miami to be close to your daughter, Julie, and everything. So I'll tell you what, George, I give up. I will give you full retail, $300,000 for your house. I just have to buy it over a period of 36 months. Best part is you don't worry about any of the maintenance. You get a check every single month. George, you could be on the plane to Miami by Tuesday. How would that make you feel? No, would George take the deal? Of course he'd take the deal. He'd be foolish not to. He doesn't have any equity, right? If he hires a real estate agent, he's going to have to come to closing with, $30,000 or something for realtor fees and closing costs, et cetera, right? So he agrees to this. He's on the plane to Miami, all right? What you have now is a lease option. Well, how does this work? How are you going to make money? You are going to lease it, or another word for renting, with the option to purchase, okay? You don't have to purchase it, but you're going to purchase it because you're going to make money. Well, how are you going to make money? This is what you're going to do. You think just say Fred and Betty and the 2 kids and the dog and the cat. And Fred started a new plumbing company in town. He's got $100,000 in cash, great credit, great cash flow. But he needs 2 years of tax return before he can get any money from his not money, but he can't before he can get a loan, right, from a bank, right? So he's gonna wait. Well, he's living in a cramped apartment. You get kids, cats, and dogs. And the missus isn't too excited about waiting for them tax returns. Okay, she's just not. It's cramped. They're making great money. Do you think they'd be willing to pay $330,000 to be able to buy George's house as long as they can make payments, but move in there by next Wednesday at 3:00? Yeah. Next Wednesday, sure. You say, come on down, right? Like used car sale. So they show up, kids, cats, and dogs, and the U-Haul truck. And in that U-Haul truck, when they get out the U-Haul truck, they're going to have in their hand a cashier's check for $30,000. Who gets to keep the $30,000? It's you, my friend, because you solved 2 people's problem. You solved George's problem, getting into Miami so not lonely, and Fred and Betty, the plumber, and his wife, getting them a place to move in sooner rather than later. They're going to essentially pay you $30,000 down to participate in the option. Okay, so what you're doing is you're going to lease the property from George, the rehabber. I'm not sorry, George, the widower, the guy in Miami, let's say, okay? And you're going to sublet it. I'll put the word to sublet it to Fred and Betty. And they have the ability, Fred and Betty, with their $30,000 earnest money to participate in that option, okay? That's how it works. That's how you get paid. You find a buyer with 10% down, okay? And you get an ABC transaction. Fred and Betty, the plumber, is going to write you a check. I'm just throwing numbers out for $2,000 a month. You were going to write George in Miami a check for $1,000 a month. Okay, that $1,000 a month is your cash. You follow me? Okay, that's essentially what a lease option is. All right, and we have this lease option. And so the thing is ABC, so the ABC, right? I'm sorry, A to B, you and the guy in Miami, George in Miami, it's 36 months. Okay, follow me? And the plumber, B to C, it's for 12 months or 6 months, right? How can he get a loan in 6 months? Well, a lot of things can happen. Maybe he's going to wait for his house to sell in California because he's going to transfer to Dallas, Texas. Once a house sells, he can. I don't know, a trillion different scenarios, but that's essentially how it works. Okay. All right. So we'll talk about some more of these owner finances terms deals essentially next week, on the next call, the next mind-map session. And I hope this makes sense to you. Let me know if you need help, you need some clarification, you want a free strategy session on real estate. Let me know, schedule a time, and we'll get you going. Okay. Wish you the best, and make money by solving problems creatively. All right. Godspeed, and talk soon. Call me if you need any help.